Yesterday we started with Unit 4 Risk Management, and we studied that risk management is primarily the responsibility of management, and we saw roles of different people in risk management. Today we are going to ERM, Enterprise Risk Management, which is related to COSO, which is one of the most important parts with respect to exam. So let's start with the definition. As you can see on the screen, Enterprise Risk Management. Okay, from enterprise we mean the organization, enterprise wide or organization. So the definition of enterprise risk management is the culture, capabilities and practices integrated with strategy setting and performance that organizations rely on to manage risk in creating, preserving and realizing value. This is the definition we studied in the last class, and we left class at that point of time. So we are continuing now. And as we discussed earlier, that enterprise risk management is governed by or guided by COSO framework. COSO stands for Committee of Sponsoring Organizations. This is a US based organization which offers a framework to effectively, efficiently and economically manage risks with respect to organization, and it starts from the strategy. COSO framework helps organizations design and implement effective enterprise-wide risk management. It is a principles-based guidance. Okay, COSO framework is a guidance for the organization. One thing you have to remember with respect to COSO, that there is no policy one size fits all. There is nothing like this. Every guidance, everything has to be adjusted according to the nature, complexity and requirement of the entity and activity or organization. It provides the guidance so as to guide the risk management process enterprise wide. Okay, so this you have to remember, that it is a dynamic process and it is adjustable. Okay, there is no concept of one size fits all. The next point is it integrates ERM in strategy development and supports organizations' mission, vision and core values. So whatever the risks are related to strategy development and its implementation. The first thing is development, second thing is implementation of strategy. So COSO framework integrates this strategy development and implementation risks with the risk management and tries to control the risks just from that level, from strategy to process level. Everything is integrated or should be integrated. It means from top to bottom. Okay, so this is the definition and basic concept. What are the benefits of enterprise risk management? The first one is reducing negative outcomes, identify and manage risks entity-wide, increasing the range of opportunities, reducing performance variability, improving resource deployment, enhancing enterprise resilience. These are some of the benefits which we can get from enterprise risk management. And here again you can see that ERM is not a one size fits all program. Activities must be tailored to align with the benefits. So these are some of the benefits of ERM. So this is graphic illustration of enterprise risk management. As you can see, this diagram shows mission, vision and core values at the beginning. Then it says strategy development, business objective formulation, implementation and performance, and ultimately all these activities when integrated, these DNA like structure means integration of all these things. Ultimately it results into enhanced value. With respect to each stage, there are some components of ERM which are given just under their related areas. The first one, which is related to mission, vision and core values, is governance and culture. The second is strategy and objective setting, performance, review and revision, and the last one is information, communication and reporting. So these are the components of COSO framework which work in combined fashion. They bring enhanced value to the entity or organization. Okay, now we see the details of these components in next slide. Each of these components has different principles which are listed here. The first, governance and culture, has 5 principles. Strategy and objective setting has four principles, and likewise other components have different principles. You just have to remember that mission, vision, and core values relates to governance, strategy development to this, business and objective to performance, implementation review, and ultimately enhance value. Okay, they are not working in silos, they are not working in individual fashion, they all work in a combination, as you can see in the picture. So the first one, governance and culture, exercises board risk oversight, which means that the board is responsible for risk oversight. However, the board may delegate risk oversight function to a board committee such as risk committee. Remember that management has day-to-day responsibility for managing performance and related risks so as to achieve strategy and business objectives. So the question arises, how the risk oversight by the board will be effective? The answer is, risk oversight is most effective when the board has the necessary skills, experience and business knowledge, is independent of the organization, determines whether ERM capabilities and practices will enhance value, and understand the organizational biases that these will influence decision making process, and the board challenges management to minimize them. Second one is establishes operating structures. It refers to the fact that how an entity organized and carries out its day-to-day operations. Generally, the entity's structure or operating structures are aligned to legal structures as well as management structures. Legal structure determines how the entity operates, such as a single entity or as multiple distinct legal entities. And the management structure establishes reporting lines. For example, direct reporting versus secondary reporting, roles and responsibilities of different levels of management and their reporting lines. There are other factors which are to be considered when establishing and evaluating operating structures. These factors normally include strategy and business objectives, including associated risks, nature, size, and geographic distribution, assignment of authority, accountability, and responsibility at all levels of the organization, types of reporting lines such as functional reporting, administrative reporting, direct reporting, or dual reporting, and reporting requirements, legal requirements such as financial reporting, tax, regulatory, and other reporting. Defines desired culture. What does that mean? This means that the board and the management are responsible for defining culture. Culture is shaped by internal and external factors. Internal factors include the level of judgment and autonomy allowed to personnel, standards and rules defined by the organization, and the reward system in place. While the external factors include legal requirements, expectations of stakeholders, for example, customers, investors, regulators, etc. Another important aspect of desired culture is that the organization's culture determines its place on the culture spectrum. For example, an entity may choose to be a risk averse or a risk neutral or a risk aggressive organization. These three approaches of being risk averse, risk neutral, or being a risk aggressive defines the culture of the organization along with the other factors which I described earlier. Demonstrates commitment to core values, attracts, develops, and retain capable individuals. So as you can see, these all principles are related to governance and culture. If these principles are not planned, designed, and implemented, the ultimate objective of enhanced value may not be achieved. Ultimate objective of risk management is getting enhanced value. The second thing is strategy and objective setting. Analyzes business context. Analysis of business context, that the organization analyzes the business context and its effect on the risk profile. Business context pertains to the relationships, events, trends, and other factors that influence the organization's strategy and business objectives. Accordingly, internal and external environment affect the business context. Internal environment consists of factors related to capital. Capital means assets, people, their skills, attitudes, processes, for example, tasks, policies, procedures, etc., and technology. And the external environment includes political aspects, for example, government intervention and influence, economic factors such as interest rates and availability of credit, social factors, technological factors, legal factors, and environmental factors. Another important thing to note is that business context may be dynamic, complex, or can be unpredictable. The effect of business context on the risk profile may be analyzed based on past, present, and future performance. It defines risk appetite, evaluates alternative strategies. The details of these 2 points have already been discussed in the previous lecture while we were discussing the risk management process in detail. Please refer to the previous video. Formulates business objectives. The business objectives, among other things, relate to financial performance, operational excellence, or compliance obligations. Business objectives should follow SMART strategy, whereas SMART refers to specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. The objective should have all of these elements. Performance has identifies risks, assesses severity of risk, prioritizes risk, implements risk responses, develops portfolio view. The details of these points have already been discussed in the previous lecture while we were discussing the risk management process. Please refer to the previous video. In the end, I would like to have your comments in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon, because whenever I will upload a video, you will have direct notification in your inbox. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye.